Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan is ending in a few days, and as we are getting ready to celebrate Eid, many Muslims are asking would there be another moon fight this time? Alhamdulillah, in US and Canada, we would celebrate Eid on Thursday, May 13, the same day for everyone, inshallah. But my fellow Muslims, should we not have this question why we have those moon fights sometimes and not the other? Because if we understand the real reasons, we can resolve this unnecessary problem that we face every year. So for now, what happens? Every year we have those fights, then Ramadan starts or Eid goes by, and within a few days we forget all that until it happens again next year. So what causes the conflict? The root of this problem stems from the mighty leader, which is supposed to be leader of Islamic world, Saudi Arabia. It is their calendar system that they had adopted more than 3 decades ago. It's called the Qura. It clearly defies all reason and logic. It is unscientific and unnatural. They basically follow birth of moon, but no moon sighting, while they claim they do moon sighting. That's the problem. They cannot admit this because the public would not accept it, as the moon sighting is a requirement. So they would never officially accept they have abandoned moon sighting. Their method creates a chaos and conflict in the Ummah, globally actually. So let's talk about the data of the moon for next week, which is the end of Ramadan. In the next couple of days, on May 11, inshallah, the birth of moon will occur at 10 p.m. as per Saudi time, Makkah time. So because the birth would occur after their sunset, they cannot announce Eid on May 12th. Now that saves us the day because there won't be any competition to catch up with Saudi on May 12th. So no Eid on May 12th anywhere, and that is as per scientific data as well. But it is not because Saudi is doing something right this time, but only because the birth of moon was after their sunset time on May 11th. Now, here's the kicker. The chaos and infight will return again just a couple of months later. That is on Eid-ul-Adha or Dhul Hijjah. Because on July 10, the birth of moon would be at 4:16 a.m. Saudi time. On that day, Saudi would announce moon sighting, that it has occurred. For sure, they will do that. Now, although, as per scientific facts, the moon cannot be sighted in entire Arab region as it would be a dark moon. Rule of thumb, just remember, the moon less than 20 hours of age cannot be sighted. And for us in North America, while we will still not be able to sight the moon on the East Coast, but in southern tip of California, all the way in the west, there would be a very small possibility of sighting because of their Maghrib time, which will be about 10 hours after Saudi Arabia time. And California is the only place in the whole world actually that moon may be sighted, but with difficulty. And that still actually has to happen. I mean, we have to wait for that. We cannot announce it beforehand. The problem for many is because it is very late in the evening, especially for us in Eastern time zone. That will be around 11 p.m. People start showing their angry outbursts, and guess who is their target? The organizations who follow moon sighting, the organizations who are trying their best to ensure the Sunnah requirement is satisfied by waiting to collect the actual Shahada from the ground with verifiable testimonies. Now, these organizations are abused by Muslims all over social media. They're yelled at with objections. Why you don't follow Saudi moon sighting? Why you can't sight the moon if it was sighted in Saudi? Are you trying to prove you're a better Muslim, etc., etc.? So for Saudi or for Eid-ul-Adha, we may have 2 Eids in US and Canada. And even if we have 1 Eid eventually, leading up to it would be a chaos for sure. But let's come back to the good point, the good news we have. For now, because end of Ramadan would be peaceful, inshallah. Eid would be on May 13 in the entire North America. I already explained above how that would be possible, that we would have same day, and there's no fight, inshallah. Saudi would simply not be able to announce moonsighting on May 11, so May 12 cannot be Eid for them, and there won't be any competition here in North America, because the organizations who follow calculation, they actually follow Saudi calendar. That is the main aim behind their calculation method. And the organizations who follow moonsighting, they are left to face tremendous pressure if they have verifiable information about moonsighting. So let me say this in the end. The fight we have, which is the moon fight, it will continue. And I say this, inshallah. Why? Because the source of the fight is because there is one side who wants to impose a method which is against the established Sharia. And alhamdulillah, there is another who wants to follow the Sharia, the Sunnah of our beloved Prophet. So the fight will continue. My request to fellow Muslims is, you may disagree with whatever we're saying, but it is factual information that I have presented above. Anybody can easily verify that. If you disagree with any of this, please do some research. You would come to same conclusion, inshallah. And these days, it is very easy. Just look at the moon data, study the visibility curve, read up on the subject. It would take you some time for sure, but that would be time well spent. And inshallah, we all can contribute to resolve this moon sight. As-salam.